Good morning. So it is Tuesday morning. This is day 5 post-op from having the all-on-4 teeth done. Um, I was going to update again yesterday, but then I didn't. Uh, so obviously today, you can still see I still have some pretty good swelling here. A little here, but it's better than it was. It has been reduced quite a bit. I can show the teeth a little better. My upper lip is working better, but it's still not perfect. Um, Still have no feeling here and no feeling right here, which is a bummer. But yeah, they look good. No bleeding for, well, since my episode yesterday morning. But no bleeding, no oozing, no weeping, no nothing. Uh, as far as pain is concerned, today I had to drop my son off at school. So last night I took my pain meds. I've been taking them on a regular schedule every 5.5 to 6 hours for several days. So last night I took them at midnight. This morning when I woke up at 6, I took my ibuprofen, my steroid, and my antibiotic, but I did not take my hydrocodone. Uh, so that's the first time that I've gone more than 6 hours without taking one of those. I dropped them off at school, came back, and took it immediately because while the pain wasn't severe, it's different. There's just things I don't want to feel. So when they say the pain is manageable, anybody who's ever had this done, they say, oh, the pain is manageable. That's correct, but I don't want to manage pain. I don't like pain. I'd like to not be in pain. And so for me, uh, I took a whole week off work. I don't take vacations often or anything, so this is a vacation for me. Kind of a weird vacation, obviously, because I got a lot of trauma and healing to do. So most people's vacations are for fun. Mine is just for rest. But yeah, I'm recovering. The teeth look nice. They don't. I don't know. I'm not touching them together because I want them to heal. And the the way it was explained to me is the implants when they're put into the bone, of course, when you drill a hole in it, it's moist. It's not soft, but it's soft enough. So imagine taking a piece of wet, like really wet wood, and then drilling a hole in it, and then putting a screw in it that's just tight, right? So you drilled a pilot hole that's just lets the screw be tight. Well, then imagine pushing on that screw over and over and over again while the wood is drying. When the wood is finally finished drying, that screw is going to be loose because they're going to deform the inside of that hole. That's basically what it's like with the implants, is that you want that bone to heal solid around that implant, and they will fuse because it is titanium. So the bone and the implant, if everything goes perfectly, will fuse together. It'll be a permanent part of my face. But if you chew and use them, it's possible to basically loosen that area up so that it never really fully solidifies, and that can cause you a lot of problems in the future. So I'm not taking any chances with that. Uh, my tongue is, interestingly, since I've had crowded teeth and really sharp teeth for a long time, I used to bite my tongue every day, really, for like my entire life. So because I haven't been closing my mouth, I haven't been biting my tongue exactly. I chewed on my tongue with the back teeth and woke myself up one time. And I was terrified, but realized I didn't really do any damage because I barely bit it. So um, that was the only time I've actually bitten my tongue so far. I haven't bit my lips yet, but we'll see. It's weird. Everything's still a little puffy, obviously. There's still some swelling, so things aren't sitting quite where they're going to eventually. I'm not quite there yet. But my tongue is literally like the healthiest it's ever been. so nice to not have a sore, injured tongue. And it's not something like, I mean, I thought about it every day, and I mentioned it when I was getting my teeth done. I'm like, yeah, I bite my tongue all the time, but it was just kind of matter of fact. Yeah, I bite my tongue all the time. I've always got holes in my tongue. I've always got damage. Man, you don't realize how much something like that affects you every day until it's not affecting you anymore. And like my tongue is a different color than it's ever been because it's not healing or recovering from wounds. That's interesting. That's shocking. As far as feeling is concerned, and going longer than 7 hours without my opiates, um, yeah, the pain wasn't extreme. I could have gone without it, but what I can feel is it's really hard to describe. Almost like a little electric jolts every once in a while, where I'm pretty sure the actual implants themselves have been put into the bone. Um, and while it's not extreme, it's kind of jarring. Like, ooh, what is that? Ooh, but I don't want to feel that at all. So I'm not interested in any of that. I just want it to heal, then feel normal, then get used to how it works, and not be in pain. That's the kind of, for me, the idea of having a nice smile or a pretty smile was very, very secondary. It had very little, basically nothing to do with why I did this. I did this because I was in pain all the time. Uh, I couldn't breathe heavy. I couldn't go while I was exercising. I couldn't like breathe deep through my mouth because my teeth were so cold sensitive that, just room temperature air touching my teeth, it felt like someone was roughing them up with an ice pick. It was real bad. Made eating very difficult. So that's why I got this done. I didn't get it done for cosmetic reasons, but having a pretty smile, it's a great side benefit. But it is just that, it's a side benefit. For me, it's ending many years worth of pain that I just got used to. You never really get used to it. It affects you in every way. It affects your attitude. It affects, just. But I'm getting rid of that. Things I didn't expect. I'm kind of having like phantom pains, which if you've suffered with tooth pain for any amount of time, once you get them pulled out, phantom pains are fine. That doesn't bother me because like it'll hurt. And then I remember, oh yeah, there's no teeth there to hurt. My teeth don't hurt because I don't have teeth. So you rationalize it away real fast, but it is an interesting phenomenon that like I'll feel in the front, like where my teeth used to ache every once in a while. I'll still feel that, but then I remember I don't have that there, so it can't be tooth pain because I don't have teeth. So that's interesting. But in any case, yeah, I got home from dropping off my kid at school and took my painkillers so that I can just mellow out, sit on the couch, not feel pain. I am able to swish now with a non-alcohol mouthwash. That's really nice to be able to feel like I can clean my mouth now better than I could for the first few days. I do have a baby toothbrush that I can actually scrub the teeth with gently, right? I'm making sure not to touch the gum area around, but I'm scrubbing them a few times a day. Every time I eat, I'm giving them a cleaning and then swishing. Salt water, so a teaspoon of salt. Some warm salty water. I'm doing a rinse with 2-3 times a day. That just helps everything heal and feels pretty nice. But it is nice. I'm keeping them clean, and I think I'm on a good track. Aside from that, I'm just continuing with the healing process. This is still pretty gnarly. Looks like I've been punched in the jaw. So, we'll see how I look when that goes away. And I don't have all the swelling. That'll probably be a while, several weeks, maybe a month or so, before this swelling goes away entirely. And a few months, 2 to 3 months, before all of the swelling inside and my gums goes down enough. and then and then as that swelling goes down and the gums heal, a gap will form between the appliance and my gum line. Um, I do have a water pick so that I can clean that until I get my permanent teeth, which will then actually be extended a little bit to form fit around what my healed gums look like. Um, and then there won't be a gap, so I won't be able to floss in between the appliance. But I do have a water pick, and I should be able to force water through. There's things that I won't be able to eat, apparently. Well, I mean, they said you can, but I don't want to. Popcorn. I love popcorn. Popcorn's delicious. But popcorn skins, the kernel skins, I cannot imagine getting one of those wedged in between my gum line and a rigid appliance that's bolted to my face that I can't get rid of. So I'm just not going to do it. I mean, there's some sacrifices I'm going to make so that I can maintain my own comfort level. I just think that would be nightmarish, and I don't want to experience. So it may never happen. I could chew popcorn for the next 10 years and never have that occur, but my luck is that it will, and so I'm just not going to do it. But we're just ranting now. So I'm going to take the rest of my day and relax and keep healing up. And like I said, if you got any questions or anything like that, feel free to leave comments or whatever, and I'll try to answer if I see them. I'm not a YouTuber, so if I see your comment, I'll try to answer. Anyway, have a great day.